Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back again with this week's update on all the physical releases coming to the Nintendo Switch, the 2nd of March until the 6th. RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition is releasing at retail this week in both North America and Europe. Now, Limited Run did this in the past, not all that long ago, all things considered, almost as though Atari couldn't wait for the contract to be up before making a retail release, one that's cheaper too. Always an advantage for retail most of the time. This complete edition contains both the base game as well as the expansion packs to make it a very nice content-rich experience, and the port to the Switch is okay from what I remember. It's also releasing on PlayStation 5. It is an old classic that should be worth revisiting. I just miss Theme Park, that game. I played it loads on the PS1. Going bankrupt never got old. And my executive producers, Justin PDC, God of Resin, D's Nuts, Jeddah Crow, OGCIB, they've chosen this as their pick of the week. And if you want it, or any of the retail games in this video, then please consider purchasing via the links in the description and pinned comment. That massively helps me out, this series, this channel, to keep producing useful physical content for you guys. VGP are a really great company with free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian bucks. Like 54 American dollars, not that much. Plus each week, if you buy something via my link, you are put into a draw to have a chance of winning a $10 discount coupon. And this week's winner is Brian P. Congratulations, Brian. You should get an email from VGP with your discount coupon in the coming days. Thank you so much for your support, and everyone else out there. Forgive Me Father 2 is officially releasing this week, although I have seen it started to sneak out into people's hands like last week. The cheeky so-and-so. This is a European exclusive release just like the original, and it is a shame because it's a boomer shooter that looks right up my alley with a fantastic theme, nice visuals, timeless gameplay. Reviews for it are really good, just like the original, and I think this is going to be an easy title to add to one's collection unless you prefer unicorns and sparkles in your games. But yeah, my executive producers, Azrath, Super Ben Julio, Dave Horworth, Robotech, Mr. Awesome, Instacritic, Nerdy Sean, Dead Bunny's YouTube, they've chosen this as their pick of the week. A quick shout out to Pokemon Pokopia, which is releasing this week on Nintendo Switch 2 as a game key. Boo! Alright, the low print pre-order stuff, only one this week. Treachery in Beatdown City Ultra Remix is Limited Run's only game this week, at least what they've announced as I'm making this video. It's available for pre-order right now on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. This is an NES-style RPG masquerading as a beat-em-up. You actually choose your attacks and combos before unleashing them. A turn-based beat-em-up. Really unique, and it includes the original game as well as its DLC, which doubled the amount of content. Reviews are not universally positive, but you have to take it for what it's going for, not what you wish it was. Alright, the imports. Yes, we're blasting through this week. If you want to import any of these games, you can do so via PlayAsia and get 5% off with my code Jordan2026. Mori no Youkai Yashiki Plus Pack is releasing in Asia this week, and it has finally been confirmed to only have partial English. So this is a triple pack of games. Firstly, Horihue. That does have English, which, whatever. That's had a Western release before. It's not really that important. But then there's Xiaomei and the Flame Dragon's Fist. This does have English too, and this is the first time it's had an English physical release. This was released in Japan with Horihue, but that did not have English. Mori no Youkai Yashiki, which is the main game in this package, will not have English, sadly. Why? I really have no idea. It's like the developer Pixel really doesn't want to give their games a wider audience. It looks like a simple game, to be fair, and even then, there's less work, so stick English in it. What's wrong with you? It's a bit of a shame, really. But my executive producers, Cartoon Soren, Josh Foot, Joshua L, and Surfacing for Air have chosen this as their pick of the week. Back to the Dawn is releasing in Japan and Asia this week. We know that this is going to get a European physical release at some point thanks to Clear River Games, which means Limited Run will probably do it as well. But if you don't want to wait, and you do want to play a pretty sweet looking game right now, then these import releases will play in English. Although if you want to support Switch 2 physicals, considering the Switch 2 version of this game in Japan is a game key, boo, Clear River Games will probably do a proper cartridge for that in Europe. Maybe, it's not certain. But if you don't care, you just want the OG Switch physical early, you might want to import this. And my executive producers, Brent McLean, Firm Returns, Viz, Vey, The Nemo 6, Ghost Bune, Miami Sunrise, Sora Cat, and John Jamin have chosen this as their pick of the week. Japan is also getting Yashiwara, Higanabana, Kuan no Chigiri, but that does not have English. Before we get into the community spotlight, if you are new here, or maybe you're not the kind to normally do so, then hit that subscribe button, okay? It will be the best thing you do today. You can keep up to date with all the physical news that you could ever need, discounts, new announcements, opinions, everything, okay? It will be the best thing you do today, honestly. Plus, the bigger this channel is, the more publishers will pay attention to the demand for physical media, so do your bit and subscribe. Alright, the community spotlight. As I said last week, I had all of your photos already. If you tried sending more, I've ignored them. Joey sent in this photo with a vast array of games, all imported, not all exclusives, but were often found there first, or for much cheaper than the Western release. Obviously, I've eased on my collecting numbers because I just don't have the space or money for it, but I will always be partial to an import. G Bautista 100 sent in this photo showing off Romancing Saga 1, 2, and 3 in some of their guises. Minstrel Song is a remake of 1, and that Romancing Saga 2 is a remake as well, but there's also a mobile port available physically on the Switch 2 as an import. Cartoon Soren sent in this photo with Shield Maid MX in its limited edition form. I did wrongly state that this was sold out at PlayAsia. Maybe when I checked there was a stock error, or maybe I'm an idiot, but yes, a nice little shooter that is a PlayAsia exclusive. These Nuts showed off a very nice and shiny collector's edition for all of the Xenoblade series, but I know people were lamenting the fact that X never got one of these. I don't know why. It would be simple, easy money for Nintendo. Cresalac showed off this photo showing off Chrono Arc, which has already been a bit of a low-key popular import this year. Of all the new imports released this year, this is like the second best-selling one, I think, off the top of my head, that's actually out. Firm Return sent in this photo featuring God Wars. No, not the one that released last week. Don't be daft. How could you possibly confuse the two games with the same name and the same orangey red color? Twig E sent in this photo picking up some incredible JRPGs on Switch. I would love Falcom to take on the Suikoden series. Like, can you imagine that? How good would that be? Falcom, Suikoden. I'm just sad that it's not actually a real thing now. Sora Cat sent in this photo picking up a double helping of Otome, Desperate Drops, and the recent Mirana. I do wonder what the profit margins on these are for Idea Factory and Axis games. They're so niche, at least from my gaming bubble. Mr. Matt Hobb sent in this photo with a bunch of VN adjacent releases. Some would categorize all of these as VNs if they don't like rules and restrictions, but you know, there is a strong case for them even if they do have very strong gameplay elements too. Seth R sent in this photo with Tokyo Psychodemic, which while originally promised to have English from launch, it turned out not to be quite true. Months afterwards, English was added via an update. Still, it is the only way to get it physically in English on the Switch. Dabro90 sent in this photo with the deluxe edition of Minstrel Song, which finally released from Red Art Games. I don't know why it took them like over a year to do this, but hopefully they did a good job. Burning Kitsune Mask sent in this photo, one of many people to pick up Dragon Quest VII. All the talk of how ridiculously long the original PS1 version is just kind of made me want to go and play it. Like, it might actually take me back to my youth when every JRPG felt like 100 hours long. They sent in this photo picking up Banner of the Maid. I love it. I bought 2 copies because I felt, you know, after my push to get this physical release, I kind of had to support it unconditionally, and apparently Super Rare did listen to me and my pleas for it. Theo sent in this photo with Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Last Defense Academy, which once again appears to have sold out in most places as I'm making this, although PMP Games still have some copies of it if you want to use my link below and grab it. Sully sent in this photo, getting in 8, 9, and 10 of the Kemco collections, the Asian versions. Volume 13 is coming later this month, and after that, there's no word on Volume 14. It can't be the end, right? Madhawk110 sent in this photo with Xenoblade Chronicles X. Not sure if it was good timing or bad timing, what with the recent Switch 2 edition, but I guess the patch is free, which is fine. Plus, if you've only got an OG Switch, it's not really a big issue. Eleanor C sent in this photo, leaking the brand new Switch 2 OLED Mini Lite Edition, yours for only $1,000. Dead Bunny's YouTube sent in this photo. I wonder if playing game keys on the Virtual Boy would actually make it a proper cartridge. Is it like magical or something? Who knows? Andrew R sent in this photo with a few imports. Seeing Menhera Farm, that was a fun one to announce. I think it confused more people than it interested. I would like to do more like announcements, exclusive announcements in the future, but people just get their expectations too high, and there's just like a wave of negativity anytime I do it. Eric G sent in his photo, getting in gun vein. Stock on that and the publisher's other games is sporadic and spontaneous. It makes it impossible for me to give you guys a heads up on them, which is a shame. Rob L sent in his photo, picking up a bunch of Red Art Games releases, hopefully on the cheap. These titles have tended to drop very nicely if you wait for the right season, at least the standard editions. The deluxe ones and collector's editions, not so much. Kevin W sent in this photo of another Dragon Quest VII. Are you all enjoying it? Let me know. Does it have potential to be your game of the year? Pab sent in this photo, picking up Battle of Rebels. That's one of those games that I always thought would never actually release. It had so many false placeholder dates, I thought it would be in the pre-order section forever. Super Ben Julio sent in this photo of The Good Old Days, which looks like a really nice affordable title. I do want to try it sometime. Sarcade Dup sent in this photo, again, another Chrono arc. It was surprisingly popular, although to be fair, the game does look really awesome. Devil Angel sent in this photo of another Fantasy Life I, a game I will always recommend. Such a nice, fun game. Hopefully it sold well enough for, level 5 to keep the lights on and make more awesome games. Adam S sent in this photo with 2 Three Kingdoms games. They're both about conquering China, but play very differently. I will admit, since the remake of 8 came out, I have not actually touched 14, but not that it's worse, it's just different to what I prefer. I prefer 8. Lewis K sent in his photo, picking up that awesome UFO 50 collection. I really want to grab that game, it looks so good, and I'm in such a retro world right now too, it would be perfect for me. Surfacing for Air sent in this photo with Hollow Cocoon, not an import I've seen often. I mean, what, are you telling me you don't want a Japanese lady monster's naked back sitting on your shelf? What's wrong with you? Instacritic sent in this photo with Starlight Legacy. Kind of funny thing about GS2 game releases, the North American releases are actually likely to be fake North American releases, because if you peel off the sticker on the cartridge, you'll actually see a European cartridge. I don't know if that's legal or a loophole, but it's weird. Miami Sunrise sent in this photo with Operation Night Strikers. I think this could do with a Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade to make use of the mouse. That would make the game awesome. Dave Horwath sent in this photo with DC Da Capo finally in English. I don't know if this remake is considered better than the original, but I do hope more games in the series are translated into English. Visipon, hell yeah, another Three Kingdoms, which has also been a good seller as an import, but that could entirely be down to me shoving it down your throats. I'm very enthusiastic for it, and I'm also very addictive. I love the base game, and somehow this expansion pack is so much better. And that is everybody. That's everybody. There's no roundup because, well, it's a short episode. I thought I'd do everybody. If you want to send in your pictures now, you can do so with the details on the screen, or that was on the screen. Special thanks to my executive producers for your support over on Patreon. Thank you so much. Plus you watching right now. Yes, if you watched all the way through, you are a legend too. If you watched all the way through, please leave me a high five in the comments, a high five emoji. And yeah, thank you ever so much, and watch some of my other stuff and have a fantastic day. Take care.